This is Mick Elliott from Electronic Specifier. I'm here on the Rohde Schwarz stand with Jörg Köpp, and there's a couple of demonstrations here on Bluetooth HDT PHY testing and Wi-Fi 8 MIMO non-signaling testing. So Jörg, could you just talk us through maybe first of all the Bluetooth testing system?
Yeah, exactly. What we are showing here is our tester, the CMP180, that's a non-signaling tester. And we are showing essentially two demos. One is, and both are coming directly from the Mobile World Congress, which was happened last week. And we are quite proud that we have a collaboration here with Broadcom, showing one of the first Wi-Fi 8 chipset on the market, and a cooperation with Realtek about the next generation Bluetooth. And both is shown here on the left-hand screen. You see actually a testing of Wi-Fi 8, the latest physical layer features which are introduced in the 11BN standard. And on the right-hand side, we are showing, based on the same instrument, how we are testing Bluetooth high data rate. High data rate means that Bluetooth is going now to a data rate of up to 7.5 megabit per second, which is probably the future of Bluetooth low energy. And this is what we are showing here with Realtek. Both with this non-signaling tester. In the middle of the screen, you see, for example, part of our automation software, where you can run this fully automated, this kind of tests with different technologies, couple of devices under test in parallel, in R&D, but also in production, in mass production, and something like this.
Okay, and is this a new product for Rohde Schwarz, or is this some product that you've developed these tests around?
This device is already, I think, 2 years on the market. We introduced this essentially with Wi-Fi 7, but bringing the new standards on this, because from the physical layer point of view, or from the physical layer capabilities of this instruments, it was already built for the future, saying, okay, this goes up to 8 gigahertz frequency, has a bandwidth of 500 megahertz, and so on, and therefore it is possible to measure the latest technologies as well, and even in the future. By the way, there are 2 generators, 2 analyzers in this instrument, which makes it quite powerful.
Okay. And so that's this test has been enhanced and developed to meet these requirements.
Yeah, the main future developments actually are really just in software. So you can have an upgrade, for example, from Wi-Fi 7 to Wi-Fi 8 just by a new software that you have to buy, of course, or for Bluetooth as well.
Okay. And customers get that software update, they can download it from Rohde Schwarz website?
Yeah, I mean, of course you have to buy it,
yeah, sure.
normally, and then you get the software in a direct way or via our maintenance servers and so on, yes.
And did you work closely with both Realtek and Broadcom on developing this testing?
Yeah, especially, I mean, if you look, for example, for the Wi-Fi 8 or the 11BN standard, it's actually still in the draft version, so that's still in the full standardization process. So we have to engage very early with this kind of customers, and we are doing this not only with these instruments, we have other instruments, especially instruments that the chipset vendors are already using in a very early phase of development, so high-end spectrum analyzers, high-end signal generators, and we start the collaboration then, and then over and support this kind of customers via the whole development process up to mass production at the end of the day.
Okay, and this was at Mobile World Congress last week in Barcelona. Yes. What sort of response did you get, and what were some of the comments?
Yeah, I mean, overall, the Mobile World Congress, of course, is very focusing on cellular technologies. On the other side, every mobile has Wi-Fi, and this has a certain importance. And so far, what I heard, I was not by myself at the Mobile World Congress, I was just had some brief discussion with some of the people. I think the feedback was quite well, especially I think they were amazing for the people that we are showing already Wi-Fi 8 more or less on all our Wi-Fi test solutions, and also especially in cooperation with Broadcom. I think Broadcom was anyway the first one who showed an Wi-Fi 8 chipset on the market. Mediatek and Qualcomm were coming a little bit later, at least in public announcements. I think Qualcomm just last week in Mobile World Congress and so on. Yeah.
Can you roll this out to other semiconductor manufacturers who might be developing these chips?
Yes, of course. I mean, we have these big 3 ones, which are typically the first ones, but of course there are a couple of others, and we are working with the whole industry and using this. And I mean, it helps, of course, also in developing the standard, because you see what you have specified. Does it work? Does it not work? And so on and so forth. And therefore, I think the collaboration with the chipset vendors is important for them and also for us.
Okay, Jörg Köpp, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.